It's got to be head to toe.
Come on, get in bed with him. You can't wait.
What are we doing now?
You're going to be asked.
Relax. Take a look.
He was getting ready.
I am extremely.
Whenever you're ready.
Good evening. My name is John, and your name is?
Jake.
Jake, I see you kind of dressed up for tonight.
Oh yeah, this is the way I dress all the time now.
Really? Me too.
I live back in the past.
You live back in the past?
And in the present.
I hope you are able to integrate the two. So here's my question. In your integration, when you think about the arts, tell us about a great arts experience that you have had.
Well, I'm a painter. That's the art experience that I have. But if you're talking about going to shows, probably Man of La Mancha, way back.
Original Broadway cast?
Original Broadway cast, correct.
And how did you feel when you saw it? What did it do for you?
It was very energizing. It was wonderful lyrics, wonderful performers, and those like Richard Colley. I mean, I think that's who was in it at that time.
I think so too.
And Broadway, wonderful.
So what about the arts in South Florida? Why do you think the arts are important here in South Florida, and what role do they play in your life now?
The role that they play in my life is I'm active in the Plaza Theatre, which is a professional theater showing off wonderful talent and wonderful stories. The shows that they bring in are top-notch. It's not amateur regional stuff. It's Broadway stuff or Broadway-bound stuff.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Awesome. And then my other question is, when you're not here at the Plaza Theatre then, do you find information readily available to you about other theaters and what they have to offer? And if so, where do you find it? Where do people want to go? Where do they look to find that stuff?
Well, many. I listen to the radio a lot, and I do hear about shows on the radio because I listen to Classic 90.7. Plug for them.
If that's what
90.7, and they give a lot of the shows and contemporary music and a lot of classical. I have two choices, two loves, classical and jazz. Aside from that, there are certain newspapers that I refuse to read, so therefore I do have a couple of magazines that I enjoy, and also I see on television some of the upcoming events. Many of the local news shows will talk about what's coming in arts and entertainment.
So you are a well-rounded man in terms of your resources. Awesome. And I have one more question.
Sure.
Do you think that kids get enough exposure to the arts?
I think that they do not. I think that when I went to school, we studied, we had classical music classes. Now, there are a couple of art schools here, Bach and Dreyfus. However, all the other schools should have some exposure to both classical music and popular music. There should be music appreciation. I don't know if it's in the curriculum, but it should be.
Awesome. And then, of course, we have the music like tonight, which is what?
Music of the 70s, 8-track.
Well, I'm glad you came dressed for it.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Okay.